Hi, my name is Mary. Today FM plays the best music in Lambasa. Today FM rocks.
My name is Thomas. I'm here in Nakasi and I like to listen to Today FM because it rocks.
My name is Milenia. Today FM rocks here in Singatoka.
My name is Alfriti and Today FM rocks here in Tabwa.
My name is Mary Jane. I love listening to Today FM here in Ba. Today FM rocks.
My name is Ilay Tiambal and I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks here in Osur.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
In news tonight, AG speaks out on FTUC protest. Calls made for media houses to verify information. And Ali crowned winner of Bam Mehedam.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Spate.
Employees who are part of various trade unions in the country have been urged not to be used by leaders who have become irrelevant. Minister for Economy Ayaz Said Qayyum took a swipe at union leaders following plans by the Fiji Trades Union Congress to hold a nationwide protest next Friday. Pranita Prakash with the details.
The Fiji Trades Union Congress says they are planning to hold a nationwide protest next Friday and a march in Nandi on Saturday.
I think we've talked and nothing has eventuated despite all the promises and agreements that have been signed. So it's time for workers to stand up and get this government to listen to the workers. They appear to be deaf to the voice of workers in this country.
However, Minister for Economy Ayaz Said Qayyum is calling on ordinary workers not to be swayed by union leaders who are irrelevant.
I also hope that many of the members of many of these trade unions will recognize that, unfortunately for them, that some of the leaders of the organizations are on a personal path, and that these ordinary members, who all they want to do is basically have good working conditions and be able to, earn a decent living. And as you know, that government has been working in that area. With civil servants have received huge pay rises. We've given increased maternity leaves, introduced paternity leaves. We've brought in family care leave. All of this has been brought about without any trade union asking for it.
The protest has been planned at a time when the eyes of the world will be on Fiji as host of the 52nd Asian Development Bank Annual Governors Meeting.
My appeal to these people, let's have a successful ADB meeting. Don't use this to undermine our country and undermine, the goodwill that government has shown, and also to undermine our reputation.
And if there is any disruption, which we don't intend, then government must take responsibility for that, right? It is their inaction, their insincerity, and dishonesty, basically, that has eventuated to this stage.
Meanwhile, the union is adamant to go ahead with their protest plan despite police confirming they've yet to receive a permit application from the union. Pranita Prakash, FBC News.
News media organisations are being reminded to ensure they verify their information and its source before they broadcast or publish. The call comes after Fiji Television ran a fake story sourced from social media on an increase to bus fares, which has sparked an outcry. The Attorney General Ayaz Said Qayyum resolute, saying it's basic journalism to check your facts. Maggie Boyle reports.
G1 News hereby apologizes for a story that was run.
Fiji TV broadcast a story on increased bus fares on Monday, the 22nd of April. The story highlighted that the AG had met with the Fiji Bus Operators Association and other stakeholders and agreed to a bus fare increase. The story, sourced from a social media post, was fake news.
You need to verify a very basic check of this Facebook post. They simply rang up our office, or rang up Department of Information, or rang up the Bus Operators Association. They would have been able to know that the story is actually fake.
The company then went on to issue a market announcement apologizing and reiterating that the piece was fake news. The Fijian Media Association have also weighed in on the debacle, saying it's an unfortunate mistake.
This is a lesson for us all, that everything we see on social media, you need to check and cross-check and check various sources before you consider it fact or the truth, especially in an era of fake news.
A sentiment shared by the AG.
Any source of information that you get from the social media, indeed from any source, whether social media or not social media, needs to be verified. But more so social media now, because we see a lot of information being floated around in social media, and you cannot take it as the gospel truth.
Meanwhile, the Fiji Consumer and Competition Commission says it's left the news agency's credibility in tatters.
Consumers of information rely on mainstream media sources. In fact, if you look at it, I would say it's a breach of trust, you know.
Glaringly obvious, though, is that ascertaining that the news was indeed fake was only a phone call away.
This particular news source would have been very easy to verify. If there was an announcement to do with the bus fares, I being the chair of the Independent Fare Review Committee, somebody could have come and asked me.
The takeaway is that it's a lesson all media houses can learn from, ensuring that any and all information is verified by multiple sources.
Fiji One News apologizes for any inconvenience caused.
Meanwhile, repeated calls to the FBOA to comment on the issue was futile. Maggie Boyle, FBC News.
Muhammad Ali of Nandi has been crowned the winner of Mirchi FM's Bam Meher Dam. It was down to 2 participants coming into the 77th hour mark. However, Ali stood tall after surviving at what might be the longest 4 days of his life. A record-breaking event with viewers from all over the world. Ali was in tears when his opponent gave up in the last hour. The competition started on Thursday with 20 participants. Ali walked away with a $60,000 2-bedroom home. Meanwhile, still on Bam Meher Dam, our journalist Saniana Mboile is in Nakasi right now at the venue. With all the buzz still going, Saniana, what is the atmosphere like?
Yes, Jackie, the Mirchi FM's Bam Meher Dam competition was a record-breaking event which lasted for 77 hours. And here with me is the champion and the owner of the 2-bedroom house worth $60,000, Muhammad Ali. Mr. Ali, it's been an exciting 4 days of competition and being crowned the winner. How do you feel?
Speechless. Our dream came true.
What actually came to your mind when you left with the second-last competitor, Rina Devi?
She was tough. I thought to myself, if Lord has given me this opportunity, the outcome would be mine.
Thank you, congratulations, and enjoy.
Thank you.
Jackie.
Thanks so much for that, Sai. Still to come, an average of 7 workers died due to work-related accidents. And Fiji Sevens captain reveals struggle to reach rugby dream. Details after the break.
Nambula FM, nambandua ya nasere.
Hoya uvasit sai sai lambasa, ya ndo talita ina warong nambula FM nambandua ya nasere.
Guya do tumeli ako na tao no hinga toka. Talita kina na warong nambula FM, nambandua ya nasere. Wana tuma nambula FM, nambandua ya nasere nawaluan.
Na evengo fani na tao.
An average of 7 workers die due to work-related accidents, while 1,600 are injured annually. This has been highlighted by Ministry of Employment's Occupational Health and Safety Director Tomasi Kama, who says the compensation payout is around $2.6 million. Pranita Prakash reports.
It has been revealed that those above the age of 36 years died due to work-related accidents.
At the lower age group, there are very less reporting. From the age group of 21 to 25 and also from 26 to 30. However, it gradually increases from the age group of 36 up to 55.
The high-risk industries have also been highlighted by the Occupational Health and Safety Unit.
We've noted that the statutory authority or government departments tops the list, followed by manufacturing, and that is wholesale and retail, which includes the hotel industry and then the construction industry. In terms of agency of accident, person falling is the highest, followed by power-driven machinery, handling materials is third, and followed by objects falling on persons.
Kama adds more awareness will be held at the high-risk industries. He says as a way forward, it is necessary to implement accident prevention strategies at high-risk sectors. Pranita Prakash, FBC News.
The Fiji Corrections Service have held deliberations on their submission for the National Budget 2019-2020. FCS Commissioner Francis Keane, while mum on the details of their submission, says rehabilitation programs are high on their priority list. In addition, he says they need to ensure that all of their correction centres are compliant with international best, particularly in relation to the human rights treaties, which Fiji has signed and ratified. In the previous national budget, the FCS received an allocation of $41.1 million, of which $39.9 million was allocated for their operational expenditure, with $7.8 million assigned to capital expenditure.
Rehabilitation is a key pillar. We at Fiji Correction Service, we consider ourselves as a rehabilitation-centric organization, and those are some areas that we trying to look at.
Never give up. That is the motto Fiji Sevens captain Paulandrani Sinukula has lived by each day since he started playing rugby at a young age. In tonight's Successful Fijian, we look at the determination, hard work and humble beginnings that Rani Sinukula faced as he chased a dream that nearly every Fijian boy wanted growing up, and that was to don the white jersey. Felipe Naikaso with the story.
Successful Fijians is brought to you by the Fiji Development Bank, your partner in progress.
This is where it all began for current National Sevens captain Paulandrani Sinukula, which was once a playing field in his village in Avunivi Ra. With the dream of representing Fiji the aim for many boys in the village, a particular match played in Avunivi back in the 90s was the motivating factor for Paulandrani Sinukula.
I remember that year, Thomas Idam was here, Serevi, and some of big names was here. And they were playing against the team from the village, this village. And that was a motivator for me. And I told myself, yes, one day I'll do the one job and I'll represent Fiji and make my nation and also the Vanuatu proud.
He only started taking rugby seriously in Class 8 when he played for the Ra rugby team. Paula, who also attended Ratu Kandavulevu School, was part of the under-19 Dean's squad in 2008 that lost to Lilin Memorial School in the final. His parents were always against him playing rugby as they were worried that their son would get injured. However, Paula was determined to live his dream, and a pep talk from his late elder brother was the needed push.
After Form 7, I went to my brother back in Nandronga on this, I think 2010. I was waiting for my result. And my brother said, if you can continue education, so you held on to rugby, it might take you a long way and it might provide job for you. And I took that seriously and I started working hard from there. And then I said, yes, rugby can take me somewhere.
The 27-year-old joined a few rugby clubs in Nandronga, but it was in 2016 that he made it to the Fiji Sevens squad. A year later, he made his break, debuting in the Paris Sevens competition, and from that day, Paula has never looked back.
As you can say, nothing is impossible. And the thing that keeps me going is just keep on working hard, and you'll reap what you sow. In the squad, yes, family, mom and dad, wife, kids, they just motivated for me to keep on going and don't let go.
Maintaining his discipline on the field was always important for Paula, who only received his first ever card in this year's Singapore Sevens.
I remember Ice used to say, cool in the mind, fire in the heart. That's the main reason. So while you're playing, you control yourself. There is a time when anger comes, but you have to control and overcome.
For Paula, he says the captaincy armband is a huge responsibility. He says for young Fijian boys dreaming of playing for Fiji, being determined is the first step.
It is a big task, a big responsibility, because every believer and every, Fiji-wide, national-wide, they rely on you to lead the team and the boys, and to lead them to victory. If you try to don a white jersey, keep your goal, eyes on the goal. Don't let eyes off it, and keep striving what you keep going day by day, and keep working towards your goal.
The father of two says that at the moment he is focusing on his sevens career and trying to make the Olympic Games sevens team. Philip and Ikaso, FBC News.
Successful Fijians is brought to you by the Fiji Development Bank, your partner in progress.
Coming up in sports, Baini Marama re-elected as FRU president. And Navuniivi village celebrates Nrani Sinukula's achievement. Details coming up.
Lola, I am Eleanor. For the best classic hits, I only listen to Gold FM here in Singatoka. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Seni Rawa. I love listening to Gold FM here in Nosuri. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Dino. I'm from Outrigger, Coral Coast, Singatoka. I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Salote. I love listening to Gold FM here in Nosuri. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Bula, my name is Mariva. Gold FM plays the best classics here in Outrigger, Singatoka.
Gold FM.
Prime Minister Voreqe Bainimarama has been re-elected as president of the Fiji Rugby Union for the next 4 years. This was confirmed by FRU Chief Executive John O'Connor at their annual general meeting yesterday. Koroi Tandolala reports.
Fiji Rugby Union Chief Executive John O'Connor says Bainimarama's appointment as president was a result of no post nominees nor met with any opposition.
Lastly, we were supposed to be elections for board of directors and the president, but there were only one nominations, and the president was reconfirmed for another 4-year term, and likewise the directors, 9 directors have been confirmed to continue until next year, when we will have elections on a rotation basis.
O'Connor also confirmed they made a marginal profit this year compared to last year's financial status.
In terms of financials, we did better than last year. This year we achieved a profit of 569,000 compared to 200 last year.
Issues regarding funding for women's competition in the countries was also raised at the AGM. Koroi Tandolala, FBC Sports.
A huge celebration was held yesterday in Navuniivi for Fiji Sevens captain Nrani Sinukula, who hails from the seaside village in Ra. The celebrations were to thank the team for winning the Hong Kong Sevens 5 years in a row, and also present were Teri Tamani, Aminiasi Tuimamba and Melinder Nalangi. The villagers from Ra were preparing for the celebration since Friday and were ready by 10 a.m. yesterday. It was a proud moment for the villagers, as Nrani Sinukula is the first from their village to don the white jersey and also be appointed as captain. This was also the perfect opportunity for fans to take pictures and mingle with some of the players.
It's a very proud moment for the villagers to see their heroes and be able to take pictures with them. For Paula, he has certainly put the village of Navuniivi up, and this is just a way of us showing our appreciation.
The Rewanga Australian Football League team thrashed the Doloi Suva side 26-7 in the final of the AFL 9's competition yesterday. With a lot of talent on show, AFL Fiji chairman Leigh Howard says there is a lot of potential AFA players in Fiji. Koroi Tandolala reports.
AFL Rewanga captain Saki Satuni says the win is a bonus given that they only got together last week to start their preparation.
Leading up to this tournament, the boys, we haven't been training together since last year. This is actually the first time that we stand out and we ran out of the pitch. It's a full credit to the boys. They kept their fitness, they kept training. We just want to thank all of them for coming out today.
Meanwhile, AFL Fiji chairman Leigh Howard says they have seen massive growth and progress of the sport for the past 2 years.
AFL Fiji is doing really, really well. Last year we had 6 men's teams in the senior comp, and we're on track now to have possibly 12 teams registered. Our football development in the West has also been doing really, really well. We've established 3 senior teams in the West. So football around the country is definitely growing.
AFL Fiji will continue with the round 1 of the senior competition at Suva's Albert Park next week. Koroi Tandolala, FBC Sports.
The Hurricanes scored a whopping 8 tries to topple the Chiefs 47-19 in Wellington last night. The Hurricanes showed their dominance in the first half of the match, scoring an early try 4 minutes into the game thanks to Geordie Barrett. Barcelona wrapped up their 26th La Liga title with a sluggish victory over thanks to a goal from second-half substitute Messi. A weak low-pressure system remains slow-moving just to the west of Fiji. Taking a look in the west, there was some sunshine today, a relief from all the rain that we've been experiencing. Eastwards from Pakaba to Suva, similar conditions, occasional rain experienced in the afternoon. Eastwards from Pakaba to Suva and up north, fine weather in the morning. At sea, easterly winds 20 to 30 knots, rough to very rough seas, moderate southeast swells, poor visibility in areas of heavy rain and thunderstorms. For the tides, low tide at 8:05 p.m, high tide at 1:57 a.m, sunrise at 6:19. And for tomorrow, we're looking forward to more rain. And looking further on to the week, it's sunny. Recapping the main stories for tonight, AG speaks out on FTUC protest. Calls made for media houses to verify information and an average of 7 workers died due to work-related accidents. Now for these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. To our poll questions segment, we're asking, should small boat operators be penalised on the spot for not adhering to weather warnings? Visit our FBC website to answer. Remember, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via Facebook page FBC News. You can also follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC_news or simply hashtag FBC News. That was the FBC News for tonight. From the team and I, good night.
Hi, I'm Jyotishma. I'm from Singatoka. I love listening to Mirchi FM. Mirchi FM is hot.
Mirchi FM is #1.
I'm Charlene Robert. Mirchi FM rocks in Lambasa.
I'm Soname Nasori Jackson. Mirchi FM is hot.
My name is Raymond Dutt. I'm in Baba Singh Alliance. Mirchi FM is hot in Lambasa.
I'm Pritika from Jax Nasori. I love listening to Mirchi FM here in Nasori. Mirchi FM is hot.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.